So thank you all so much for coming. Obviously, it's an incredible privilege. We're so happy and so honored to have you guys here, all of you. There's 18 kids from Brooklyn with a lot of the parents, 11 of their parents. Sus papás y mamás están aquí también, okay? And we want to thank you for coming here to perform this amazing play that they have written. They have been reading Don Quixote, a 1605 novel, in Spanish, translated it into English, and made a musical play based on Don Quixote, adapted to their own lives. Isn't that amazing? Look at their ages. It's incredible. Besides the play itself, we had a really great day. We went to City Hall, to Conversation Hall, which is like the most sort of like elegant hall in City Hall, right? It was really cool. The mayor came to say hello to them. So this is really a big deal. Philadelphia is really excited to have you here. And Drexel is even more excited. So, there's a lot of people here to see you guys. I want to say that I'm particularly grateful. I'm very grateful to our co-sponsor. There's a lot of people that have helped us put this all together. So we have our dean here from the College of Arts and Sciences, Maria Schulteis, and thanks to her support, and also to sociology, history, English, and of course global studies. I didn't say who I am. I am Rogelio from Global Studies, right? So all of those departments and the dean have helped us put this together, and so I'm really grateful for your support and for being here as well. Amazingly enough, we have here in Philadelphia, we only have 2 consulates. We're lucky enough to have a consulate from Mexico. We are so privileged to have the head consul of Mexico here with us, with the deputy consul, the head consul Alicia Kerber, the Deputy Counsel, Rocio Vasquez. So please give them a warm welcome. Couple other minor things. Cell phones. Turn off your cell phones. Silence your cell phones. We don't want do we want cell phones? No. That's how you have to speak. No cell phone. And also I just want to thank Jackie Rios and Jess Kratzer, who are working in my department, and they are the ones who make all of this possible. They're great with the logistics and the budget and everything, so I want to thank them for this, okay? Last but not least, we have here Stephen Happ, who is the founder and director of the nonprofit that has been working with these kids for about 2.5 years on this project. And you heard me right, 2.5 years. He's gonna talk a little bit about this project now for a few minutes, and then we'll start with the performance. After the performance, there's gonna be a Q&A. So a few minutes for you guys, if you have questions and so on, we can ask the kids, we can ask Steven. And after that, I just wanna remind, and I'll say this in Spanish, a los papás y mamás nos quedamos acá después, ¿ok? Después de la representación nos quedamos acá. ¿Sí? No salgan. Okay. Thank you, and this is Stephen. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Rogelio, and thanks to everybody who made this possible. So Rogelio outlined the project, and I just want to add to what he said that everything you're seeing here is the result of very careful negotiation among all the children in the group, and the grown-ups as well. So it's a true collective effort. Every choice in translation, every line of dialogue, every song lyric, everything was negotiated by the group until we reached consensus. So it was never a matter of pushing anyone to accept our point of view. It was pushing ourselves to come to a place of agreement. And so that, as much as anything, is what I'm very proud of. The way that they have handled that for 2.5 years, 10 hours a week. They come after school, after they've done all their homework, then they come back to life and they do this project. So my admiration for them is boundless. The show lasts 45 to 50 minutes, so it's under an hour. And as I mentioned before, it's very intimate. A lot of action takes place on the ground. As you know, if you've read any of Don Quixote, he spends a lot of time on the ground. He gets beaten up a lot, and then he gets back up. And that's one of the reasons why we did this play, because we all have to be resilient. Some people these days in this country, much more so than others. So we're very pleased that you're here, here in support of the kids, and we're going to entertain you with a great show. And am I forgetting anything, guys? You know? Candy wrappers, I think they know about all that. They seem like very polite people. But, you know, the play, just to let you know, well, you'll make up your own minds about it. But be ready to do the play, please. All right, anything I'm leaving out? No? We're good? You guys ready? Yeah? Super ready? Show me that you're ready, the way you're sitting. Yeah, that's it. Okay, remember your number one job, telling the story. Right, loud and clear to the back of the room. All right, here we go. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Los pollitos dicen pío, 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 cuando tienen hambre, cuando tiene frío. La gallina busca. Sara, 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 es hora de la escuela. Y pones un muñeco, un mapa de cartón, se lava la carita con agua y jabón, se descubre el pelo con peine de mejor, y aunque se lo dice, uy. Sara, que tengas un bonito día. El autobús está esperando para allá. Sara, compórtate soy Don Quixote. Mommy, everything I love you because I love you so much in my heart. Resonante, come. ¿Está listo, Resonante? Are you ready for adventures? Nos vamos to rescue the world. ¿Alguien que necesita mi ayuda? Hello? Is anybody in distress? Help, auxilio. Gracias, doy al cielo, porque puedo coger las frutas de mis buenos deseos. To pluck the plum, my passion. Esta voz son personas que necesitan mi ayuda.
Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
I won't do it again, mas por la pasión de Dios que no lo haré otra vez. I promise that from now on I'll take better care of the sheep. I beg you to understand me, to listen to my voice. I'm asking to be revered here. I just want to have a choice. I just want to have a choice. Por favor, entiéndame. Ignorance built this wall. I don't want to live in fear. Mi familia is my best of all. Can we hope? Can we hope? Can we hope? We will protect you with our song. Can we hope? Can we hope? Can we hope? We feel deep in our hearts you belong. I came here to seek protection. I traveled through the night. Adiós, nuestra patria. Found myself in burning light, burning desert light. Por favor, entiéndame. Nobody wants your throne. We're not going to steal your glow, but innocence needs a home. Can we hope? Can we hope? Can we hope? We'll wipe the dust off of your face. Can we hope? Can we hope? Can we hope? Lift you up, take you home and embrace. Siempre deja la aventura puerta abierta. Fortunately leads an open door. Give us your tired or your hollow masses, yearning to be free. The wretched refuge of your teeming shore. Send me the homeless helpless house to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Hold my hand, please, and save my childhood. Together, let's go play. Let's pretend that we are heroes. We are here to save the day. Always here to save the day. Por favor, entiéndame. Responsible grown-ups, pay attention to me. Somos niños, no nos ven, déjanos ser feliz. Can we hope? Can we hope? Can we hope? We are reflected in your eyes. Can we hope? Can we hope? Can we hope? Come across, reach the lost paradise. Coward, descortés, caballero. Más parece tomar con quien defender que no se puede.
But, Senor Cowboy,
Caballero.
Caballero, gracias. Senor Caballero, this boy, muchacho, careless?
Descuidado.
Muchacho descuidado, who I am punishing, is one of mi trabajos, trabajadores. And his job is to protect a flock of abejas, and no es responsable. Responsable.
Y la palabra es oveja, no abeja. Repeat after me. Oveja. Oveja. Abeja. Abeja. Oveja. Oveja. Abeja.
Oveja, abeja. Every day I lose one abeja. And because I punish his carelessness, he says I do it from spite, so I don't have to pay him what I owe him. But Dios y... Oh, ¿cómo se dice? Mentiras!
El sol que no se arrumba. Pay him. Not one word out of you.
But-
Release him this very second.
Oh no, but dinero!
Ouch.
Mucho dinero para zapatos y doctor y abejas. Mucho dinero. Mi dinero.
Forget the shoes and the doctor. He owes you nothing. Not one penny. ¿Cuánto le debe? 9 meses a 7 reales cada mes. Pay him now. 73 reales.
But, señor, the problema
Problema.
is that no have dinero aquí. But, Andres, if it pleases you to come with me to my house, I promise I will pay you what I owe you. One penny on top of another.
Vivió con él, no señor, ni por pienso. Resácame mensual como una manzana. No, Arnold, it is enough that you order and he respects me. Lo prometo. No es caballero, he is just a filthy rich man. Importa poco eso. Cada uno dijo de su obra. We're all the children of our actions. Así es verdad, pero lo que dicen no es caballero. Pues me llegan my wages, my sweat, my hard work.
I don't deny you, Andres, like I already said. If you come with me to my house, I will pay you what I owe you, I swear, by the order of knighthood, la caballeria, and each coin will smell sweet with the aroma of my benevolence, like cookies.
I release you from that romantic burden. You need not excuse perfume or baked cookies. Just pay him, and I shall be satisfied. If not, come back and to find you, and to punish you, even if you have better than a lagartija. I'll take a small lizard. And if you want to know who commands you to give you more motivation to complete this task, know that the valioso Don Quixote de la Mancha, el despecho de la mayor injusticia, the right to wrong, despasador de la grave y sin Hernández. Do not break your promise or suffer la pena de la pena, the pain of the pain, the punishment of the punisher, shame upon shame, suffering upon suffering that I have pronounced. I know. Back to my truth. By God, if you don't pay me, he'll come back and do a promise and make you pay.
And I also promise, because of the fact that I love you, I want to increase the debt so I can increase the payment. Now call the righter of wrongs. You'll see how he can't or won't undo this. Let's stop. Hold on. So in Spanish, let's figure out what we want to say. In Spanish, it's no desfase, right? It's a simple future tense. He will not undo this injustice. But do we want to say he will not, or he won't undo this, or he can't undo this? Tarangel, what do you think? You say can't? Okay, make sure they can hear you in the back. Sit up, sit up. Can't? And why do you say can't?
Because can means like he wants to say, but it's like he doesn't have the power. But won't is like in the show he wants to say, but then won't says that he's not even trying.
Oh, but we know he is trying. Yeah. Anyone else want to add to that? Millie?
I also say can't because it's telling the boy that he's trying to do his best to like try to save the world, and especially isn't okay with getting hurt. But the wrong is just saying how the kid is not believing that he's doing something not gonna trust him, or the kid's not gonna trust himself anymore, so he's not gonna trust him.
Oh, I see. So, do you think that the kid would believe that Quixote doesn't want to help her? Do you think she would believe that?
But she believes that Don Quixote will help her, is that Don Quixote is trying to help her.
So she knows that. Okay, William?
I say won't.
Won't, okay. Why do you say won't?
Because the Labrador is trying to convince the boy that there is no hope to save her.
So won't feels more hopeless than can? Okay.
Because Ken is like, there's like 50% possibility.
That he just might be wrong. Okay. So, Julia? Come here, Julia. So you're going to run the election, right? The vote? Okay, so we always vote on things like this in class. When we have a dispute, like this is a conversation we actually had in class, and it went on and on and on. It went on for like, I don't know how long, like an hour or something, or more. And we kept, a week, they said, and we kept coming back to it, can't or won't, can't or won't. And then we looked it up in 10 different English translations, and there seemed to be no consensus. So we voted. So Julia's going to lead you. You get a vote. All right, so go ahead, sweetie. Tell them what they're voting for.
If you say
Don't reach them in the back with your voice, big voice like before.
if you say can't undo this, raise your hand.
If you think can't undo this, Quixote can't undo the injustice, raise your hand. It looks like a lot of can't, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. We can't count them all, honey. We got a story to tell. 20, well, yeah, more than that even, because look, they're all over there. But good job. So, and then should we do the won't dare raise their hands? Okay. Anybody voted for won't? Won't? Oh, Among Us?
Right here. Three. Right here.
Okay, so it's a landslide. Who won? It's huge. Say it. Can. Okay, back into the scene. Thanks, Olivia. Okay, guys, ready? Refocus. Back into the scene. Rewind a bit. Ready? Okay, ready? All right. So, here we go. Now call the righter of wrongs. You'll see how he can't undo this.
Ouch. You call it a whipping? It felt like a butterfly. At least I'm not in school.
What's up?
Nothing much.
You look sad. Wanna hear a joke? What do you call a cross between an angry sheep and a gloomy cow? An animal in a bad mood.
Hey.
I think you mean lamb. Okay, here's another. Why did the police give the female sheep a ticket? Because she made an illegal U-turn.
I don't get it.
Well, when you turn a car around in the middle of the street, it's called a U-turn, like the letter U. And it's usually against the law. But a U spelled E-W-E is a female sheep. I know. It's not funny when I have to explain it. Okay, last one. Will this Spanish-speaking immigrant sheep sing at Christmas time? Feliz Navidad! Feliz Navidad!
Feliz Navidad, ba 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 ba. 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 Hoy Don Quixote de la Mancha el despecho de la mayor injusticia. I say that defends this child. Which way should we go now, Rocinante? Okay, let's go. Ajá, aquí viene nueva aventura. My rivals.
flowers for sale.
Flowers, flowers for sale.
Florence, Florence,
Flores, flores.
Would you like to buy a flower?
Everybody hopes se detenga. Nobody moves in todo el mundo confiesa that alguien más hermosísima de my one and only beloved mommy.
Tonight, we do not know who is that good lady you speak of. Show us her. For if she is as beautiful as we can, we will confess the truth.
The truth is that without seeing her, Cinderella, you must believe, confess, affirm, and swear and defend. If not, you will be bad for me, gente monstruosa.
Sir Knight, I beg for your mercy. Please show us a picture of that lady, and even if in the picture we see she is cross-eyed and blind in one eye, and out of the other is gushing blood and sulfur, despite all of that, please your grace to say that in her favor, whatever you desire.
Whatever you desire. Nothing, guys. She's not crossed up. You all will pay for the grounded blessed you that you have spoken against my mommy. Child. Ouch.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. Stop, cowards. My horse is full.
Call me a coward. Call me a coward again.
You're a coward. Ouch.
Call me a coward again.
You're a coward. Ouch.
Call me a coward again.
You're a coward.
You're gonna kill her! You're gonna kill her! Sit, stay.
What a lucky day. I'm officially a hero.
Mija, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Estás bien? Mija, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Quién te hizo esto?
Un bully.
¿Pero cuál bully?
I don't know.
¿Se muere aquí?
I don't know.
¿Aquí?
I don't know.
¿Aquí?
I don't know.
¿Quieres que te lea la historia?
Sí, mami.
Él comenzó a hablar a nuestro Don Quijote tantos pasos.
That's me, mommy.
Cierra tus ojos y solo sueña. No era posible levantarse, según tenía abrumado todo el cuerpo.
Yo soy Don Quixote.
No digas esas ridiculezas. Tú eres mi hija y tú eres Sara.
Yo sé quién soy. I know who I am and I know who I can be.
Ay, mi hija, déjame continuar.
Sí, mami.
En esas pláticas y en otras semejantes llegaron al lugar a la hora que anochecía, pero el lavador aguardó antes de hacerlo más noches, de que no hubiese algún delgado tan mal caballero. Dulces sueños, Don Quijote.
Millie, levántate, Millie. Levántate. Millie, levántate, Millie. Levántate. Levántate, Millie.
¿Qué quieres?
Vente conmigo en aventura.
I need to sleep. I have a test tomorrow.
We can be heroes. I need a sidekick.
I need to keep my grades up.
I promise soft ground, maybe far feet, walking on grass instead of trees. Cartwheels, pinwheels, playing in the rain, making our own world. Even broccoli will be sweet. Our classroom will be on display, riding the wind on a paper airplane. Roller coasters, out
scarier than we can imagine. ¿Por qué ves ahí, amigo Sancho Panza, a los aforados gigantes?
What giant?
The one that looks like arms.
Look, Your Grace, those who appear to be giants are not giants, but machines called windmills. And the things that look like arms are the sails turned by the wind to make the grindstone move. Now let's listen to Professor Windmill.
Hi guys. Did you guys know that at the time Don Quixote was written, windmills were a symbol of craziness, a relentless turning in the mind? That's where this gesture comes from. Bet you didn't know that. Windmills were invented in 2000 BC by China, and now China is becoming the top-ranking producer of clean energy by using wind turbines. They stand 600 feet tall, half the size of the Empire State Building. When I was back in New York City, I could just point out the window and say, the Empire State Building. Who wants to put it up here? The way that these machines make their energy is fascinating. The wind pushes a set of blades, and those blades turn a generator. When that generator turns, it creates a magnetic field, which creates electricity. This energy source is clean, and it can rescue our planet. The energy is infinite.
You need lessons of adventure. Those are giants, and if you're scared, get out of the way. Shoo, shoo. Algo todo para ti, mami. Por favor, dame fuerza. You can wave around all you want. You don't scare me.
Válame Dios, ven, I tell Your Grace of what you are doing, but there are nothing but windmills, and nobody could ignore that unless they have windmills in their head.
Be quiet, Sancho, my friend. Kite. I think. Ouch. And therefore it's true. Un mago, it wouldn't turn those giants into windmills.
A la mano de Dios y a la cruz todo. I believe it like Your Grace says it, but straighten up a little. It looks like you're tilting sideways. It has to be the polarization of the ball.
That is the truth, and if I don't complain about the suffering, it is because it's gonna be good. Read this.
I can't read.
You get good grades at school.
Yeah, that's me, but remember, Sancho in the book, Sancho can't read.
However, no es dado a los caballeros andantes quejarse de heridas de alguna, even if their guts are gushing out.
If that's the case, no comment. But God knows that I'll be glad if Your Grace complained about anything that hurts you. About me, I know that I could complain about the pettiest pain there is.
I declare you have the right to complain however and whenever you wish, with or without reason. Some of us are dreamers and others work the land, learning to walk through the day. And one day they soon they make the same road. We're leading ourselves far away. Our salvation from fear is to face the unknown. We'll fight dragons, mosquitoes, and toxic styrofoam. Chasing darkness with a candlelight. There's no song of me that we shall ride in heaven for. We'll save the stray cats from parasites. Clean up the streets from urban blight. Homeless children, animals who lost their rights. Juntos trabajamos, we're the farmer and the night.
Look, mira, inside to eat.
I have no need of food. You will sustentarme de valiosas memorias.
This is not labor, it's como unas vacaciones. Eating and drinking and looking for adventures no matter what dangers are ahead of us. El peligro no me importa. Ahora comemos.
Adventures son vámonos. Adventures son vámonos. Adventures son vámonos. We're going on an
Have you heard of Chisme, compañeros?
¿Cómo?
What gossip?
Dinos.
You're never ready.
Hoy día murió el famoso poeta llamado Crisóstomo.
Oh, mi corazón roto.
Fue diseñado, he died from love from the diablada wench Marcela.
So pretty. Spit, spit, spit.
If you were to wait here, sir, any day you experience for yourself the echoing of these mountains and valleys with the lamentation of the rejected man who followed Marcella. If you listen, you can hear the suicidal lullabies. They send the partitions to holy heaven y libre y desafortunadamente triunfa a la hermosa Marcela.
I triumph again. Spit, spit, spit.
Marcela es la causa de la muerte de Crisóstomo. Mira, el cuerpo de Crisóstomo.
This body was the warehouse of a soul in which heaven placed infinite riches. Quiso bien, fue aborrecido. Adoró, fue desdeñado. He begged to a wild beast, pleaded with a marble statue, corrió tras el viento, howled in solitude, served in gratitude, and won the prize of being the leftovers of hungry death halfway along the path of his life. This is the final song written by the unfortunate man. La última canción de mi amigo Crisóstomo. Por favor, escucha. Canción desesperada, song of despair. Del lobo fiero. Del lobo fiero, el temeroso ha ido, y del estruendo del viento contrastado
maravillosa visión.
La pastora Marcela, la hermosa Marcela.
She's so beautiful that her beauty surpasses our strength.
Basilisco, pestilencia, enemiga, ingrata, monstrua. Do you come here to brag of the cruel accomplishments of your highness? Or to stomp on this unfortunate cadaver as if he was just a worthless cockroach?
No, Ambrosio. I want to love who I love, dream what I want to dream, feel the way that it's my freedom. I want to understand this frightened little girl. Am I the ruler of myself? Am I too young? I am afraid. Where will I be brave? Where is my path? Who will I follow? Do I have to follow? Am I the ruler of myself? I believe in hugs, people stuck together like the petals of a rose. En mi familia de dientes de león, growing love for everyone. I believe everyone should feel love, no matter their looks, language, idioma, capacidad, raza, religion. No matter their country, status, dinero, or difference, orientación, anything at all. Jardín de flores de todos los amores. Who decides if a flower is a weed? Am I the ruler of myself?
We choose to love how we love, believe in what we dream, feel the wind and feel our freedom. I am no longer that frightened little girl. I am the ruler of myself.
Yes, I am young, and I am brave, and I will go
Where injustice runs, love to need my help. Soy valiente, yo sé mi propósito, y domino mi destino. I am the ruler, I am the ruler, I am the ruler of myself. By the powerful arrows of the rays of her beautiful eyes, I am wounded. I will continue to follow her without earning anything from this disillusioned presentation that I just heard. Yo también.
Me too. Me three.
me for.
Ninguna persona va a seguir la marcha Marcela under threat of my fierce nation.
Aww.
It's better than Marcela. Bad boys, bad. No means no.
Aww. Come on.
You are gone. You are gone to feed the roses. Elegant and curled is the blossom. Fragrant is the blossom, I know, but I do not approve. More precious was the light in your eyes than all the roses in the world.
enough don't wanting?
Así es.
My path rise up to meet me. I come to rescue the direction.
No. Please, no.
Shoot, that's the order. Valiente guerreros del rey. Yo soy Don Quijote de la Mancha, el despecho la mayor justicia. Desfacedor de la grave sin razones. Por favor, enfermame las casas porque llevan gente de aquella manera.
It's captive that the king got you, Daddy, and there's nothing more for you to say, and there's nothing more for you to know.
Even so, I'd very much like to know each and one of them in particular, of their own cause and their disgrace. Por favor, señor.
Vuestra merced, diga y se lo pregunte a ellos mismos.
Muchas gracias.
Mi nombre es Julio.
¿Por qué pecados estás aquí?
Por enamorado.
Just for that?
Quise tanto una canasta apestada de ropa blanca que la abracé conmigo fuertemente.
You fell in love with laundry?
It was clean and it smelled so good.
My name is Julia.
What did you do? Why are you here?
She didn't do her homework.
What type of homework is it?
Reading.
I love reading. See, I can help you with reading.
Thank you.
What is your name? Why are you here?
My name is Brittany. I am going for 5 hours because I didn't have own a vessel.
I can donate you 20 pesos of my own free will to relieve you of this heavy burden.
That seems to me like fun in the middle of the ocean.
It's an hombre, what is your name?
She didn't do anything wrong. She's here because she's my noblesse.
Where is your home?
A rainbow house with a silver roof, where the sun will always shine.
Who is your family?
Roma de los tamales, que mamá me hizo para mí.
How did you come here?
We follow the path of the singing coyote.
Why are you alone?
I lost my mommy's hand.
What do I need to know to protect your fragile little heart?
Hold me tight. Tell me to close my eyes. Tell me I'm safe, and this is just a bad dream.
We have started corresponding with a group of migrant girls who are being kept in a detention center apart from their parents. They are reading Don Quixote. We asked them to tell us what questions they wanted us to ask them. Here are some of their responses.
¿Qué harías?
Louder, reach them.
¿Qué haría yo por mis seres queridos?
What would I do for my loved ones?
¿Cuál más te gusta sobre Don Quijote?
What do you like best about Don Quixote?
¿Cuál es tu partido de fútbol favorito?
What is your favorite soccer match? And here are some of their statements.
A veces tengo ganas de llorar.
Sometimes I want to cry, but no tears come out.
Me puedes ver feliz, pero no sabes lo que llevo dentro de mí.
You can see me happy, but you don't know what I carry inside me.
A veces estoy triste y a través de triste estoy feliz.
Sometimes I am sad, and crossing through sad, I'm happy. As the girls write more, we will work their stories into this play. Right now, they are in the process of adding a verse to this song. This is just the beginning.
Señor Caballero, we have given you our story. If you have something to give it to us now. Y vayas con Dios, for you are vexing us of being so nosy about our lives.
Watch your mouth, or else I'll shut it for you.
Hold your horses. The king didn't give you that stick to mistreat us poor wretches, but to guide and transport us where his majesty commands.
I beg you for mercy, beloved brothers and sisters. Justice is on your side. These poor people have done nothing wrong to you. Just let them go in peace.
Mamma mia, holy guacamole. He wants us to release the prisoners of the king.
Go away, President Señor, y no espero que se gato.
3 feet on a cat? What is that supposed to mean? Teresa, look up for 3 feet on the cat.
It's an antiquated Spanish idiom that means don't go looking for trouble.
What? You're the cat, the rat, and the holy guacamole. Charge! Ooh. Ooh. Ah.
Run away! Run! We're free!
If you want to know who set you free, es la famosa Don Quixote, the pasadote, el gran sin razones, the writer of wrong, también conocido el caballero del más mala figura, the knight of the sorrowful face.
What motivated you to call me the knight of this earthful face?
Desfaradamente muéstrame ser tú tienes el más mala figura, the most miserable countenance I ever seen.
Would you like me to read you the story, Sancho?
I know how to read, Sarah.
Ah, I got a great idea. Quixote can teach Sancho how to read.
I don't know, I have a headache and I have a lot of bruises. Ouch.
You don't have to move. You can just lie here.
Gee, thanks.
Come on, it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
First, we'll learn the alphabet song. Repeat after me. A, B, C, D,
A, B, C, D,
E, F, G,
E, F, G,
H, I, J, K.
H, I, J, K,
Listen carefully. L, M, N, O, P,
L, M, N, O, P,
Q, R, S,
Q, R, S,
T, U, V,
T, U, V,
W, X,
W, X,
Y, and Z.
Y, and Z.
Congratulations, you know your alphabet.
Thank you. What's our next adventure?
To the library.
Adventures of Adventures We're going on an adventure. Let's go, aventurosa. Let's go, aventurosa. Let's go, aventurosa. Let's go, aventurosa. Let's go. Vamos a una aventura. Nos vamos a una aventura. Let us read.
That was a great show, actors. That was wonderful. Thank you. So thank you everybody. So now we have a little bit of time when you could ask questions or say anything you want the kids to hear. Just raise your hand and I'll facilitate things. Okay, I don't see any hands up. Yes?
I would like to know what was the most favorite part of the entire show for you.
Are you now? Let me remind you. We want a thoughtful answer, not the crazy, silly part I get to hit someone. No, they're asking you a question because they're interested in your thoughts. Okay. All right, Julio. Louder, honey. You gotta reach them back there.
Well, we get to spin around.
You like spinning around? Okay. Diana. Oh, she said when she hears her sister singing. Beautiful. Brittany?
Being a and singing the adventure song.
Being a prisoner and singing the adventure song. She likes those the best. Torangel?
Being a guard.
You like being a guard? I feel powerful. Yeah. Brian?
Being the anchor of the rescue song.
Yes. Yeah, Brian's the one we rely on to keep us on track with the lyrics. Yeah. William?
When Torangel makes a line and he tells me to put my foot back.
You like that part? That little moment? Yeah, that's a nice one. Millie?
I like being Sancho.
She likes being Sancho. Everything about Sancho. Hey, any other thoughts or feelings or questions? Don't be shy. We always look forward to this part of the event when we get to talk with you. Yes?
Yes, I want to know why you think Don Quixote is still a novel that people like and are entertained by.
Let's see, someone who hasn't answered yet? You don't have a thought to share about why do you think people love this story or why do you love this story? Kiki?
Maybe just like a lot of entertainment and excitement. Is why.
She said that it's a lot of entertainment and excitement in the story. Yeah, it's a great adventure, isn't it, Jennifer?
I think because Quixote does like a lot of silly stuff, like the things that don't make sense, and because I feel like kind of sad and read the book and
So I don't know if you heard that. She said because Quixote does a lot of silly things and that you could be feeling sad and you could read the story and it could cheer you up. So it's funny. Ricardo.
they still read the book because of all the fun adventures and that.
Because they have fun adventures. People like to read about fun adventures. Diana.
Also because you get an accent with things that we didn't know.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you learn things you didn't know before. Yeah. William?
Because it's a mixture of sad and happy and excitement and
So you said it's a mixture of sad, happy, exciting, and disgusting. And just like life, it's everything life is. Okay. Any other thoughts or feelings? Yes.
Did you help write all the songs?
Yes.
Whose idea was the guacamole?
That just came up in conversation. No, that was someone else. Jennifer or something. I forget who came up with that. Oh yeah, she had a shirt on that said Mamma Mia. Yeah.
You had a great line. I wanted you to repeat it. It was something that we didn't push our own point of view, but we listened to each other till we came up to
An agreement.
Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Yes, that was the process.
Beautiful way of looking
Just
at
keep
it.
talking. And what happens in conversation is everybody has associations. So we'll read one part and we'll talk about how it makes you feel or how it makes you feel. You can wait. That doesn't have to be done right now. How it makes you feel, or what it makes you think of, what does it remind you of. And then everybody says what their thoughts are related to what we've read. And from all those thoughts, from all those associations, that network of associations then becomes the play. So it's almost like having a conversation with Cervantes and telling him, this is what we think. When we read your story, this is how we feel. And then we collaborate with him. Other thoughts or feelings? Anything to say to them? Yes.
What were some difficulties you guys found while making the play?
Some difficulties. What was difficult about this whole thing, including the writing, rehearsing, everything? Okay, what is difficult, Millie?
Learning our lines.
Learning your lines, okay. Julia?
It's a tiny space that we had to run around.
Oh yeah, sometimes we perform with half of this area. So yeah, we're like on top of each other in one room. Yeah, so that's a challenge. Okay, hold on. Brian? Translating. Yeah, what was hard about translating this book? Sarah?
That they were like old-fashioned Spanish.
Yeah, old-fashioned Spanish, so that was hard. But everybody put their heads together and figured it out. Who hasn't said anything yet? Well, you've all said something, I think, so far. William?
Like choose what word to translate it to.
Picking the exact word that we would all agree on. Yeah. Boy, we had a lot of time with the thesaurus, coming up with many, many synonyms. And at one point, you know Quixote's speech, where she's threatening me that she's going to come back and punish me? That speech, as long as it is, but it used to be like 3 or 4 times that length. It was full of synonyms for money, synonyms for boss, all these things. And then we decided over time to cut and cut and cut to the heart of it. So you get the idea of how Quixote loves language, but it doesn't get in the way of Sarah, you know, between Sarah and the audience. Terangel.
Choosing what's English and what's Spanish.
Say louder.
Choosing what's English and what's Spanish.
Oh, deciding which parts we'll keep in Spanish and which parts we'll put in English. Diana.
And also thinking about what we're going to say.
Thinking of what you're going to say. Yeah, that's a challenge, isn't it? Terangel.
Which person going to which character.
Oh, deciding who would play which character. Yeah. There are a lot of challenges. Yeah, thank you. A lot of. Yeah.
You guys did such a beautiful job illustrating how today, how many, 600 years later, no? Or 500 years after this book is written, you guys did such a beautiful job showing us that there's still people that need help and that need somebody to rescue them or to help them through a situation. Do you guys see somebody now that is like Don Quixote too?
Yourself? Sarah? She said Sarah. Yourself? Oh yeah. Me? Some of them said me. Julia said herself. But I would vote for the whole group. I think we've taken, I mean, Sarah plays the role of Quixote, but really they're all Quixotes. They're all doing something idealistic and brave, and that's based on imagination and a belief in the inherent worth of every human life. So they represent that every time they perform. So I vote for them as a group, as our Quixotes. Brian?
Instead of calling ourselves the Wars of the Storm, we should be called the people of Quixote.
Well, I refer to you as the Kid Quixotes when I apply for funding and all. You're the Kid Quixotes. Yeah. Are there other thoughts or feelings? Anything you want to tell them before they head back to Brooklyn? Anything at all? No? Yes.
How come that Don Quixote happens to be a girl instead of a boy?
Oh.
How did that come about? Why not, right? How did that happen?
Do you remember? I
think I
Yes, what do you remember, William?
It was me and Sarah as Quixote.
Yeah.
Before, and then she went to the consulate of Ecuador, I think.
Yeah.
And did a good job, so I think he stuck with her.
Yeah, well, you both. Well, yeah, there's something. So, William, you did a great job too. But you know what? we were gonna do alternating boy and girl on alternating performances, but then people just responded to the fact that a girl was playing the part. That got everyone excited. Right, Brian was also playing, Brian was Sancho, Eric is also Sancho. We have 3 Sanchos. Oh yeah, and Tali's was also rehearsing for Quixote, and Julia is also training to do it. So, but there's something about a little girl playing the part that everybody responds to. And her moment at the beginning of the play when she says, "I don't like dresses." She's choosing who she is, and that's very powerful. And also, when we decide these things, you guys listening? Nobody auditions for anything. There are no tryouts. It's just you're in the group, and as we get to know each other, we say, "I think this would be a good combination. I think these two go well together," just based on who you are. And it's my philosophy of acting, that acting is not really pretending to be someone else, it's being who you are and telling the story. And so that's what we do. And also there's a scene early on, where I'm whipping the boy. And when Quixote stops me, I think we decided that that's a lot more powerful to have a little girl stop a grown man, especially a Caucasian man. For her to get in between and say, "Stop this is wrong," it was much more dramatic than if my part had been played by a kid. I think, and people have been upset by that scene, and it's meant to be upsetting. And we also make a fool of the landowner at the same time. So I think it was that kind of thing, like we thought of the most dramatic moments and who seemed like their personality was suited to that moment.
A comment.
Yes.
I like your sound effects.
Oh
Not
yeah.
raining.
The horse and the everything, yeah. Well, our band is wonderful. Did we get to applaud the band? All right. So this is really okay. That's enough. It was hilarious. Now stop. Okay. So there was since we were talking sort of about casting in the process. These songs all came from their lives and their experiences. And the song that Olivia sang, "The Ruler of Myself," that was, of course, based on this famous passage in the book where this woman, Marcella, steps forward and tells all these men who blame her for their friend's suicide that it's not her fault, that she's in control of her life, and she makes her own choices. So we all spent some time writing about what that meant, to make your own choices. And Jamie, raise your hand, Jamie. And Jamie wrote this essay, and it was very hard for her to read out loud to the group. I mean, I hope you don't mind my saying that Jamie's quiet. She's a very quiet person. She's introverted. It's private. But she read this speech in which she articulated her various identities. And it was so brave. And even among us who've known her for years, she had to be brave. And she spoke it. And everybody was so inspired, we said, "This is the song." So then we took it and we restructured it and made lyrics and melody and all that, and turned that into a song. And Jamie and Olivia now alternate singing that song, and they're best friends too. So it's a very personal show, the whole thing. Political. Yes?
Who wrote the music?
Oh, that was a collaboration. Our composer is Kim Sherman. She actually is performing and recording out in Minnesota this week. But she is the one who coached us on writing the music, and it was a dialogue with the kids. So they would say what kind of please, guys, band. This is all about music right now, so you could add comments since you were so involved in that process. So she would play something that they would say, oh, this part needs to be sad. So she would say, well, maybe something like this. And then they would say, yeah, but a little faster. So she'd go a little, and it was back and forth, back and forth. And then the lyric writing was a very intense process. And what did it take? What did you have to write songs? Sarah?
Patience.
Yes. A lot of patience. Every word is debated. Every word until we say, yes, that's our song. Yeah. Did I answer the question? Oh, so, but our accompanist, we're so lucky because Tina, who's playing with us now on this tour, is not only an accomplished pianist and accompanist, she's a jazz musician and a composer of pop music and very experienced with musical theater as well. So we're so lucky that we have two superstars guiding us through the music.
I'm lucky too.
Anything else? I think we need to wrap up unless there's one more comment. Yes?
You spoke on it earlier about how powerful was it a little girl of a grown man.
Yes.
I think there's more resonance to be found inside of these little figures speaking on such important issues.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, listen, please. I don't know if you heard it as you were talking. He was saying, are you saying like, is there more in our process? Like, did we make a lot of this? Did we talk about it?
Is this something that was consciously thought of?
Oh yes. We, in fact, stop that movie. That's distracting. In fact, I would bring in the newspaper many times to class because sadly the headlines have been full of frightening news for some time now. And we started this project near the end of the 2016 presidential campaign. So everything we've done has been under that shadow. But it's also been shining a bright light on all that injustice. And also defiantly laughing at it. You know, like they constructed a scene in which I am brutal and violent and unjust, and I'm a fool. I'm a greedy, shallow, abusive fool. And we know who that is. So, yes. Wait. She's saying something. Listen, please. Ricardo.
It's nice that you made it in English and Spanish because I think it's important that you never forget your roots. No matter that you are here in the United States, never forget your roots. And always remember that ser bilingüe is cool.
Yes. To know two languages is cool. Yes. I'll add one last thing. I'll add to that. And the United States is a country of many peoples and many languages. And we will always treasure that, and we will always promote that everywhere we go. Audience, you've been so fabulous. Thank you. And if you want to get in touch with us, if you're ever in New York and you want to come spend an afternoon with us doing some writing together, or just visit, say hello, our website is stillwatersinastorm.org, and you can look us up. My email's in there. Just drop me a line. And also, if you think of anything after you leave here and you want the kids to know what you were thinking, it would mean an awful lot to them if you drop them a line. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you all.